Polite Enquiries, Day 4, Manchester. No, Alexis hasn't just let herself go over the past couple of days. We just decided we needed a bit more lockdown chic. Nick says, can a robot be placed inside the bubble to give Jos Buttler a hug? Gareth Wilson says, what is the point of Jos Buttler? And Alexis Nunez says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard did Ed Smith scream into his Butler duvet cover upon seeing that duck?
I wouldn't hold this game against him. He obviously hasn't done himself any favours, but he's been sent in the second innings to have a bit of a thrash on a wicket where that's really difficult, and he's selflessly gone for it, and he's got a duck.
It's a bit like being asked to have a little sortie down into the valley at Balaclava and pick off a couple of cannon while you're there, isn't it? I mean, as far as thankless tasks go.
Well, it's not quite as bad as that. I mean, it's getting in some perspective, but yeah, it's really difficult. I mean, no one's found it at all easy, have they?
And I thought Ed Smith had a Joe Denley duvet cover.
Well, I mean, he likes to change his sheets. He's not a monster.
Jonathan Horrocks says, is Dom Bess the best spinner in England? He's probably the most enthusiastic spinner in England, which might help tomorrow.
It might. He really, really might win the game. I'm not sure that his best balls are as good as Moen's best balls. I'm not sure that being an off spinner is so helpful when you've got a team packed with right-handers. But I can see why they like him. He's good in the field. He can bat. He did well in the first innings with the bat, didn't he? I think we have to accept where England are with their spin bowling and see him as one who's an investment.
Alec Patton says, would this match be more thrilling if a third team was playing in it? Reference to a 3TC cricket, I'm guessing.
I'm not anti the 3-team cricket idea. Do we want it at test level? Well, no, we don't. But there have been huge passages of this game which could have been perceived as dull to some people who think of themselves as cricket lovers, and that's absolutely fine. I can see the benefit, but I'm not positive it needs to be played at international level. Sanjay
Patel says, is it a wonderful thing or a damning indictment that Roston Chase is the standout man of the series so far?
Well, it's not a damning indictment. I don't know that he has been the standout man of the series. I mean, Shannon Gabriel's been pretty amazing, hasn't he? Jason Holt's
Ben Stokes
been good. Ben Stokes has been good. So what's the matter with Roston Chase? I mean, he's a good all-round cricketer. Does it sound like somewhere in the Worcestershire countryside?
Yeah.
Is it just outside Staffordshire?
Bats languidly, bowls a bit of off-spin. He's sort of like the anti-Moeen Ali in some ways.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say bats live on Roston Chase. It's the sort of place that would be a wildlife habitat. You can always spot badgers around Roston Chase.
Yes, it's a conservation area. We've got to look after Roston Chase. Samrat says, will England ever make a mistake like dropping Broad in a home test again?
Probably next week.
Well, and let me follow up with Anantha adds, Broad or Anderson, who would you pick for the third test in Manchester, or would you select, if you select both of them, who would you drop? You're dropping Broad.
One of the things he's just said is dropping the right terminology, because they're playing back-to-back tests, and so it's rotation, and that's quite sensible. I mean, you wouldn't say that Jimmy Anderson's been dropped for this test, would you? Is he still in England's best attack? I don't know, but that spell this evening was pretty good, wasn't it?
Oh, you know what they say about a Broad scorned? Niharika asking, does Chris Woakes resemble a Hollywood star now? I think this is a Chris Evans, Eddie Redmayne sort of riff.
Not Lassie.
The ever faithful.
He's a good-looking guy, isn't he? And obviously, I don't know, who does he look like? Is there a bit of Liam Neeson? He will come after you, he will find you, and he will beat the bat with one that leaves off a length.
Yeah, I don't think Captain Warwickshire is in the Marvel canon, is it?
Well, not yet.
I mean, I see him as more of an old world sort of Hollywood star, if anything. He's a Jimmy Stewart, a Cary Grant type. Far too nice. Kunal Tulani asks, can England actually lose this?
Yes, but I don't think they will. But yeah, you're right. I mean, imagine if Shane Warne were commentating, Lord. And he would be saying, 20 minutes before the start of play, tomorrow they've got to declare.
When there are 13 World Test Championship points on the table for a draw, I just think, there's no way they give those up. Matthew Wright, which is the best antacid, Rennies or Gaviscon? Or do you just eat on through like I do?
Is that in relation to Ben Stokes being
too many scones at tea? Yeah, I think so.
He's gone into the dressing room and done an enormous burp, shall we say? Being generous.
My preference is milk straight out of the pint bottle.
This has been an odd edition.
Yeah. Let's leave it there.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.